Hey there, Birdgang. Happy training camp day. Even though I'm not there, I will try to make the second one. Just a lot of things have been going on. I finally got a new job. I finally got my finances a little straighter. So I just have to make a lot of adjustments right now as I don't have a car anymore. So I'm going to be heavily relying on public transportation to get everywhere. So this season will be interesting as far as getting to work and getting back, and especially if we have late night games. So I don't know if I'm gonna have to stay over someone's house or I'm going to have to leave early, so I can get the last train back home. But life is about adjustments, and it's not a bad thing. But speaking of adjustments, our team has been adjusting, it looks like, quite nicely to our new additions. Shout out to Tori, shout out to Alshon, shout out to Mac. Shout out to all our new guys and the new numbers that have been acquired, especially our Nelson Aguilar revamping himself to now a number 13, which might be lucky 13, so I'm not going to come down on him like I did at the end of last year. He was just learning and trying to get his head together. So hopefully this year he's going to be like Carson on a whole new platform, a whole new mind frame. This is a first full year with Carson, and it seems like he's got a lot of support, and I hope that support remains even if he throws an interception or has a shaky year. I just hope to see my birds in the postseason as always, but if they don't, I don't care. I just want to see a vast improvement from 7 and 9. My prediction is they're going to be 9 and 6. And hopefully, if not 10 and 5, only because I just feel like now they have a little bit more familiarity, even with the new names. And I'm sure by the second half of the year after their bye, they're probably going to be even more refreshed, because they have a lot of backups now that can actually keep the vibe going. And I feel like even the most vulnerable one, Sydney, with the injury, he's already walking, he's already taking light practice reps. I think he'll be probably one of the shocks, and probably the as you want to say, what do you say, black sheep. That's what it is. Just like they're saying about Tim Jernigan being like, someone that no one's really looking at right now. He's going under the radar. He might be a big shock to everybody on the defensive front. I think our O-line will be solid. I just pray that everybody stays good by like week 10, so that even if people are resting in those last couple regular seasons, that the postseason will be even more explosive. I'm hoping there will be one, because this is my 11th season. I didn't even plan on coming back this year, but the way 2017 started, it looked like God had a lot of other plans for me. So I ended up having to really just bow down to the fact that I wasn't going to leave this year. So it might be a good thing, it might be a bad thing, I don't know. But I hope it's just more exciting than last season. So I'm fine with doing 50-50 again. I love my 50-50 staff. But I just thought maybe I was able to move on to something different. But you know what? When life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. And my Eagles team this year looks like they actually want to participate in a full season. So I'm praying that all the newbies, all the vets will all gel and be on the same page. And even Coach Peterson will probably be a lot more trusting of, his 4th and 1s or his close to the end zone plays. I hope the red zone percentages go way up. I hope that there's a lot more gelling. I hope there's a lot more unity. I hope there's a lot less people needing to be stars. I hope that everybody decides that there's no I in team this year, and I pray that means a 9 and 6 and or better record. That's what I hope for my birds. So the first game will be against the Redskins, and last time they played against the Redskins, it was Michael Vick, and I remember that they blew the roof off the mother on Monday Night Football. So I'm praying that the first game sets it off for the rest of the season. And with that, I will say welcome to all the new Birdgang people, especially all the divas who invited me when I went to the women's festival this year at the Link. So all my divas out there, and hopefully sooner or later AJ will get her butt together and get her podcast started, because Lord knows I'm ready to start it. I just want to make sure it's legit. I want to make sure I sound like I know what I'm talking about, and I definitely don't want to have any bloopers or blunders, because I want this to be something that's going to lead to something in the future for me that eventually will probably put more women out there talking sports, especially about the birds and other stuff. So here's to another exciting season, and first preseason game will be up. I should be there, and it should be fun. I know against the first game is against the Packers, but I think the first home game, I'm totally blanking right now, but everybody looks at the schedule, they know what it is, but it's coming up, so that's cool. I'm really excited just for any kind of football. I know the Hall of Fame game starts next week, so that's good. So everything, once that game pops off, then you know preseason is in full effect. So it should be exciting on all the teams. I'm excited for the Buccaneers. I think that because that's my dad's team in Tampa, I'm praying for Deshaun and Jameis to hook up a lot more. I hope that I don't know. I hope for the Raiders to be good, because this year we have a Christmas night game against the Raiders at home. So that game is going to be off the hook, simply for the fact that it's Christmas night, and then the fact that it's the Raiders, and the Raiders are pretty much going to be coming from behind. So now that Derek Carr is better. So I think it's not only just the Eagles. It's going to be really exciting for a lot of teams, a lot of players that switch teams, a lot of QBs that are on the brink of success. And I think everyone's goal this year is just to not have Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. So we wanted to make an exciting season for 2017, 2018, and we hope that we see a lot of different players in the playoffs, because that would be more fun than watching the same people in the Super Bowl. So here's to big things. Go Birdgang. Go Birdgang. Fly, Eagles, fly. And to all, shout outs to all my girls, all my divas out there. Represent. Those who went to training camp today, great. I hopefully will see you at the next training camp. And if not, hopefully you'll see me working preseason. So, EAGLES, Eagles.